This is Natsu here with,
People!
I'm here with Double and Zero. Ace Master had, like, scheduling issues, so him and I couldn't get together to do this set review, so I'm doing it with Double and Zero. So we're going to go over set 13. There are a lot of cards, this is a full set, so we're going to do this by clan. As you can tell by the title, this is going to be the Granblue one, so let's get started.
Yay, Granblues!
So, the first card is Lord of Seven Seas Night Mist. He's a grade 3, and he's the Break Ride. So, he has standard, blah blah blah, plus 10,000 power. And then the Break Ride effect is you get 2 Granblues from your drop zone. You call them to any 2 rear guard circles, open or not. And then those cards... And then also, if you have 4 more Granblue rear guards, he's a 13k attacker. And then standard Lord.
Awesome, ain't it?
So what do you guys think? Like, I think this is a good, because that gives them that consistent rival, and that gives, stuff like Dancing Cutlass or another card we're going to be over, Street Strolling Banshee, can get those consistent...
Yeah, it's really powerful.
And also, it gets that Break Ride.
Well, for me, what I enjoy about this card is that because it makes their drop zone effects a lot more...
fun to play with.
More effective. With an additional 5k, ouch, that could hurt.
Yeah, and also, it also, lets you get back anything you need for a quick attack, which is nice.
Plus, I thought this card will be very good for later in the video. I'll be mentioning later.
Alright. So the next card is their reverse unit, since, spoilers, if you couldn't tell by the opening theme song, Goki's gonna get reversed, and he's probably going to be using this card, Kakuto's Reverse. So Kakuto's Reverse is a, put 3 cards from the top, mill 3, and then lock a rear guard, and then you choose, and you get any Granblue from your rear guard, and you place it on the field, and it gets 3,000 power. And then, of course, if you have Kakutos in your soul, it's a 13k base. This card is really good in my opinion, just because you can mill yourself, but essentially it's Lugia reversed, but with a Granblue sort of style to it.
And now then,
which is fun.
Yes, but here's the thing too. This is what I was going to talk about from actually the last part. This card would be good for comboing with the Seven Seas Lord Night Mist.
Why?
Because this card, if you lock your rear guard that you brought back, they won't be destroyed. They will not be destroyed.
It's a very interesting concept.
Oh yeah, they won't.
They will not be destroyed.
They won't because it's not. It's lock lock basically removes. All right, basically, for anyone who's unfamiliar, the rulings with lock are basically when a card's locked, it loses all associations to other cards. It's basically as if you got rid of the card. So that actually does work. Yeah, so you can do that.
So you keep the monster permanently.
Yeah.
So that's even harder.
Yes.
That's really sexy.
That's why earlier in the video I mentioned that I'm going to be mentioning a little combo with this.
Oh, that's so good.
So you
pretty much increase that sexual tension against the enemy.
So pretty much you get 2 free cards back from your drop zone without much of a cost.
Oh, that's so good. Oh.
And then you have the additional 3k power that'll make up for that 5k loss, but it'll be worth it.
Imagine you mill something that you would absolutely just love to have on your field.
Oh yeah, and on top of that, the other thing that this card can do that Lugia Reverse doesn't is that it fuels its own effect. Lugia Reverse can't fuel its own effect. Granted, you have that starter, which is unbelievably amazing, but that's something. And Lugia Reverse just have the counterblast cost, but otherwise you're essentially pulling cards out of your butt.
Another thing too that I want to mention because of now these 2 cards are going to be coming out is that I find Rune Shade's going to be a lot more valuable for this, along with what was that card? Dark Shade or
Evil Shade?
Evil Shade, thank you. Yes, that's a card that's going to be even more valuable now of bringing back cards.
You just have to be careful because with Granblue's one big issue is the whole once your deck hits 0, that's it. You lose.
So it's pretty much you have to mill properly.
Yeah, you don't want to you don't want to overdo it or do it when you don't have to.
I know,
you don't want to kill yourself in it, hoping to get all the right cards, down. You just want to sort of pace yourself in a way that you do it slowly, but you have the right cards there to make all the plays.
Yeah, basically, you only really should be milling when you need a good drop zone or when you need good cards there.
Or if you have that one special card that's just I have you out. GG, homie.
Like Thanatos.
Exactly.
Thanatos.
I love Thanatos so much.
Big combo there.
Thanatos is the Alice of Granblue, except
He's just like, hi guys, can I play?
except the only thing about Thanatos is that you have to the Vanguard. While Alice can sit anything, because Alice is pro. Our next card is what's this thing called? Demonic Seas Necromancer Barbaros.
Ah, yes, this card.
So, one is on the Vanguard, and basically by retiring grade 3, when this unit's drive type goes to grade 3, you may pay the cost if you switch one guard from your drop and call. Basically, this card is Sarah. Legitly, it is Sarah, but Granblue style.
Yay!
So,
It's a grade 3 checker.
Yes, but also it brings back from the drop zone, if I'm reading this correctly.
Yeah,
So
that's Granblue style.
Yeah, Sarah,
So-
but Granblue.
Yeah,
So-
as pirates.
Thanatos, here he comes again.
Yeah, definitely. That's something.
Again, and yes, but what's also great too about this is that it's not a limit break.
The only thing I don't like about it, which is my same issue with Sarah, is that you have to send the grade 3, so your first one can be sort of a dead one.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I don't like. Nothing. I'm not saying that makes it bad, but something I'm not like. I just wish it could be anything.
Again, it's just one of those things you have to be careful with. You can't just dispose of it so quickly and hope for the best. You have to use it correctly.
Not really, because you're exchanging the card on the field. You're not milling.
I know, but it's still the same concept. You have to, carefully use the effect at the right time. Because
It's a grade 3 checker, bro.
Well, oh right.
It's a grade 3 checker.
Yeah, so there's
I was thinking like
there's nothing careful about it.
I was like, wait, my brain isn't processing.
Yeah.
My brain don't process this so good.
Yeah, I wonder why.
I think there's like so much Granblue goodness. It's just like it's overloading my brain.
There are 7 cards.
There's so much good.
Also,
fun
one quick thing just to go say. There's a draw trigger. We're not going to go over it. It's a vanilla draw trigger. There's nothing to talk about.
It's special. It's a different draw trigger from the others. You have to look at it. It's amazing. It's a 5K attacker and a 5K defend. Grade 0. Use as a starter. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a draw. There's something to talk about.
Well, actually, can we take a look at it fairly quick?
All right.
Just take a quick look at it. Because I just want to see the image of it.
I'll pull it up.
Alright.
Okay. Sorry, I'm kind of. I kind of because there we go.
Okay.
This is it.
Look at him. It's fantastic.
It's a vampire.
Quality.
Hello.
It's a vampire.
It's
So if you're into Twilight, which statistically speaking, you're probably face palming up for yourself right now.
No. Think about it like this. You're calling it a vampire. You're calling Edward a vampire. Edward's not a vampire. You know that. That's Castro quality.
Yeah, this is it. It's a vampire. It's not that great. It's a draw trigger.
It's sucky.
Next is Street Strolling Banshee. She's kind of cute.
Her. You and your pedo style. Well, yet again, she's dead, so necrophilia pedo style. So.
I'm just saying she's cute.
Necrophilia?
Kawaii Desu. Moe. So amazingly adorable.
She's pretty good because you can break ride get her, and then that's your. You turn that into, and then you do the 0 combo, and that you get a pretty much.
Fun plus.
Yeah, you add to your plus, so it's pretty good.
Yep. So in other words, this card going to be very valuable for that combo because you get a plus with your own plus.
So we heard you like a plus. So we're gonna let you plus with your pluses to plus.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The next card is, Croatian Dragon Crop Dragon. If you couldn't tell, it's a dragon.
No, I thought it was a werewolf. That's that Twilight thing.
It's actually a zombie race, though. It's not a dragon race, ironically. But
dead.
When it's placed on the rear guard from your drop zone, if you have a Granblue Vanguard, it's a plus 3k power. I don't think it's that great.
It's not.
It's just very standard to the whole plus 3k power.
No.
All these 9ks.
But it's only. But that's like for our type. This is just for the turn, which I don't think is that great.
It's only okay.
It's jumping Jill.
Well, I mean, this is what you do. It's like, you get it out and then, here, let me intercept with this shit.
Now,
yeah, I guess.
Now, it still gives you the 5k intercept, so it doesn't. So if you really need it and you need a good attacker for that one turn, bam, there you have it.
Well, actually, if you kind of now a thought just actually came to my mind because of how you two were, is that this card could this card can actually be used just for that one turn for either using either the Night Mist skill or the reverse Coccutus.
Basically, getting that extra power, making it
making it a little bit more like
it's okay, in my opinion. I'm more of a fan of cards that have the consistent power, which is why I like Zerakiel as opposed to Rainbow Reverse.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna get into that in the Angel Feather in the Angel Feather vid. We're gonna have separate vids for every clan just because we'll be here for 5 hours.
No.
Alright, next, the last card on the list is going to be Peter the Ghosty.
Basically, it kind of looks like a green booger, elastic like.
He's a starter. Counterblast 1, put 2 and mill 2, and then put in the soul, and then you draw a card. I don't like it.
It's okay, like we said, it's just a green booger.
Well, this card is for me. I find it to be kind of a toss-up.
Well, you pick it and flick it.
But I just like.
Well, the toss-up is where I'm getting at is you draw a card, but you also mill 2. So
That's true.
So, like I said, it's a toss-up. You get to kind of plus, but also you get to use that effect a little bit there.
No, you don't plus. It's a net 0 because you're basically you lose that card, but you get the card to your hand.
I know you get a card into your hand, but at the same time you send 2 cards from your drop zone, which is a fairly gamble card, but
it's one of those. It's like Skull Juggler in the sense where it's one of those random mills. Like it can be good, it can be bad. Like there have been times where I Soul Charge, use some Skull Juggler. I'm like, oh yeah, balling right there. But like, it's one of those toss-ups. I still think Captain Night Kid is the better card because you have more control over what you send to your drop zone.
After all, you get to take a look at the top 10 cards of your deck. You can send a grade 3 to the drop zone, and then go.
You can send anything to the drop zone.
You can send anything. I'm just saying.
I'll send
grade
both
3.
of you to the drop zone. Damn it!
Hey, I'm just putting an example here.
Lol.
I'm gonna drop it like it's hot.
You are.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I'm a Granblue guy.
Oh yeah, Double is our Granblue player.
Your heart, tiddly-dee,
So Granblue hasn't favored him quite as much.
Yeah, he's most of our Mega Colony players. Most of them. I'm the Bermuda player. Bermudas.
Well, I like to play dead.
You're a boss.
I'm a boss. I like to play dead.
You like the Navy and you like the dead.
Yeah, I like to rough around lots of seamen. Lots of seamen everywhere.
Anyways.
Anyway, this has been Team Fairy Tale signing out.
Yarr!